so sorry. I didn't see you guys there. I probably look a little messy. Excuse me. I was just finishing up a snack, so if I look a little messy, excuse me. But today, guys, and my was it delicious. I mean, you know, I still got some on my, it's just very good. Anyway, sorry. Got some stuck in my teeth. Never mind. Just fat. Anyway, so we haven't played this game in a long time, so I thought we'd come back to it, but it's called Choices Bloodbound. We're coming back, baby, we're back. So if you guys are ready for some Bloodbound, my untouchable queens, kings, princes, princesses, knights, damsels, and all my untouchable friends in between, if you guys are ready, let's begin. Okay, guys, so today we'll be playing Bloodbound. We'll be doing 2 chapters. I wanted to tell you guys really quick that I'm going to be doing a Halloween costume party a little later on Minecraft. So for those who want to come, all are welcome. Just make sure you wear a costume. We're going to be building, we're going to be mining, we're going to be crafting, we're going to be treasure hunting and trick-or-treating and doing all that. So make sure if you want to come, you add me, Jade, Beauty, Queen, that's all together, or you just look for my name in the public. It should be there. And I'll see you guys then. But anyway, let's begin. So we're gonna find Bloodbound. We're on chapter 4. Adrian has a new task for you, entering the lair of the council's the most dangerous member. Chapter 4, The Rebel. And excuse me, since I haven't done this in a long time, I may have forgotten voices. After taking it easy for the weekend, you show up at work as instructed at 8 p.m. on Monday night. Adrian isn't there yet, so you sit at your desk, wait, fiddling with office supplies. I wonder if anyone's done a streaming channel about how to origami post-it notes. He did say 8 p.m., didn't he? You glance at the clock and sigh. Just then the elevator door chimes open. Adrian emerges, all business. Something is clearly on his mind. Jade, good, you're here. We have a lot to do. But where are my manners? How was your weekend? Super fun, actually. More fun than Friday night? You mean more fun than being nearly killed in a park by a rabid vampire? Feral. Really? That's what you're quibbling over? One thing I can promise you, this job will never be dull. That's one of the main reasons I took it. So far, so good. Adrian picks up a little flower you fold out of a post-it note and turns it in the light. Very nice. I've been waiting a while. Punctuality is one of my greatest strengths. Not mine. Hers, not mine. He smiles enigmatically. Jesus. I'm glad to hear it. I actually do have a new assignment for you, although it's not without danger. I see. Tell me more. You're scared. A little, yeah. I understand. I assure you I wouldn't ask you to do anything I didn't think you could handle. But if you want to back out... No, I can do it. I just want to know more. You follow Adrian into his office. He sifts through some papers on his desk. The feral that attacked us in the park? I've identified him. His name is, or was, Douglas Curette. He was a bartender employed by the Baron. The Baron? Yes, he's one of the 6 members of the council. In life, he was a gangster in the 1920s, Prohibition era, brutal, remorseless killer. Then he was turned into a vampire, and it only got worse. Yikes. The Baron has his grubby hands on every last bit of the organized crime in New York. Hold up. One of the members of the council is a mobster? Whose idea was that? The pact was formed. The Baron was one of the most powerful vampires in the city. All he had to do was snap his fingers, and the army of criminals were doing his bidding. We actually had 2 options. Let him in so we could work with him and control him, or go to war. So you didn't have a choice. Oh, we had a choice, and this was the consequence. A true monster with a permanent seat of the council. My throat was a little parched. Sounds seriously scary. Whatever are you imagining? He's 10 times worse. Okay, so what does this mean? As you know, the council issued a 0 growth order, so the population of vampires remains stable. But now someone's been turning people unauthorized, creating clanless vampires who turn feral. Exactly, and it's been unclear where they've been coming from. And the fact that this Douglas Quartet was employed by a Baron seems damningly in his direction. So, what does this mean for me? We must deliver a summons to the Baron to appear before the council and an account for Douglas Quartet. Per our law, the summons must be delivered to the Baron in person. He's holed up at his speakeasy, the Shrike. His guards won't let me or any of the clan enter. They know our faces. But they don't know mine. Exactly. So you're asking me to deliver the summons, to serve this Baron guy a subpoena, pretty much. I am. Can you tell me more about the Shrike? What the heck is this place? It's a private club that the Baron has run since the 1920s. It hasn't changed one bit. It started as a place for more unsavory vampires to hide from the law and evolved into a notoriously shady trading post. It's still just as dangerous as it was then, just full of the worst kind of vampires. More than a few guests have mysteriously disappeared from his speakeasy. Of course, given his close relationships with law enforcement, these situations tend to go unsolved. So you want me to go into a dangerous den of brutal vampire crime lord? Am I getting this right? I wish I could go myself, but it's just not possible. There is something I can do, however, to ensure your safety, but... He glances, walking away, his jaw working. Well, what is it? I can put a brand on your arm, which would mark you as being under my protection. Brand? You mean that signifies your clan? It's similar, but not quite the same. All vampires get a permanent brand when they join my clan. A clan. What I do here is just temporary. It'll last about a week, then fade. And the brand is a burn? Yes, it can be quite painful, but the pain is fleeting. Once you have it, everyone will know that you're protected. It is up to you. Would you like my brand? Yes! Why wouldn't I want it? Brave choice, and a wise one. He reaches for your left forearm, turning it exposing the vulnerable skin, and gently running his hand from your elbow to your wrist. His fingers linger over your pale blue veins, just visible under your skin. Do it. He releases your arm, and from beneath his shirt removes a chain around his neck, attached to a circular amulet with an ornate insignia. That was a mouthful. Ooh. You watch, mesmerized, as he heats the flame over a lighter till it's red hot. Are you going to burn me with that? In no way. He grabs the amulet in the palm of his other hand. His flesh sizzles as it burns. Oh my god. Before you can react, he presses his palm, still holding the amulet, onto your forearm. Holy! His grip on you is tight even as the amulet burns. You jerk away instinctively. I've got you, I've got you. His eyes meet yours, calm, assuring, gentle, and soft. You can feel your heart slow, the pain vanish. He finally pulls his hand away, leaving a red burn outlining of the insignia on your arm. His blood spirals with yours, hypnotic. You can see the flesh healing instantly, the raw tissue twisting to form the impression of a brand. Whoa. And instantly the pain is gone, replaced by only a gentle electric tingle. Reaching down, you trace the insignia with your finger, where his skin and yours burned in unison. Branded. Huh. That was very brave. Few people can take it that calmly. What can I say? I'm a sucker for a good tattoo. I do want a tattoo. Just one step left. Still smiling, Adrian walks over to the other side of his office and takes out 2 dresses. So, the Baron enforces a very strict dress code at the Shrike. Dress code? 1920s provision area attire. Luckily, we're repaired. He holds up 2 flopper style dresses for you to choose from. Which do you want to wear? Ooh. I'll take the basic. I feel like a time traveler. Now, there are some important guidelines you must remember. Okay, bring it. First, you must immediately announce yourself as a representative of the council member. Check. Then you must approach the Baron and bow your head to present the summons. Announce and bow. The rest is common sense. Get in and get out. Keep it brief. I feel ready. I think I should probably get going before I think too hard about it, what I'm actually gonna do. Adrian leans forward and squeezes your shoulder. On your forearm, the brand tingles with a rush of electricity. You're so taken aback that when you speak, your voice is almost inaudible. I look forward to your safe return. You gather your things, depart alone for your mission. You follow Adrian's directions to the eerie, dark alley of the warehouse district. You can hear faint, tinning sounding 1920s music from up ahead, several guards dressed smart in suits, derby hats, and standing outside the door. As you approach, one guard steps in your path. Good evening, sir. What is your business, madam? I'm looking for excitement and danger. I'm here to see the Baron. Heh, another one of his playthings, eh? Good luck, sweetheart. Nice knowing you. Oh my god, there's literally blood on the floor. Inside thick smoke, you see a crowd of people in 1920s attire surrounding an old-timey cocktail bar. The decor is a mashup of turn-of-the-century lodge and modern-day industrial club. Exotic animal heads are mounted on the wall. Men with cigars and women with long cigar holders lounge on sleek banquettes. How am I going to find the Baron in here? You hear cheering and dull, meaty sounds of fist pounding on flesh. A crooked sign in the shape of an arrow, painted with the words "To the pit" points to the set downstairs. I should head to the pit, step up to the bar. I feel like he might be in the pit. Why not? Let's go to the pit. As you push through the smoke, cheering crowd, you see two men fighting up close. Oh my god. Each time the punch lands, blood pours out on one man's nose, into his mouth and down his chin. Whoa. The other guy isn't any better shape, with one eye totally shut, puffy and red. Take your eyes off the fighters and look closely at the crowd as they stare intensely at the bleeding fighters, their fangs emerge. Remember, Jade, you're among vampires. You decide to head somewhere less noticeable, but as you step back, you bump into someone. Oh, sorry. You turn to see a gaunt, greasy-haired vampire blocking your path. Can I help you, young lady? Yes, I'm looking for the Baron. Oh, you are? He laughs and stops, stares at you, licking his lips. You're terrified, but you speak up as loudly as you can. I am. Can you help me or not? Oh, I think I can be very helpful. He steps menacingly towards you. But then the vampire stops in his track when he sees the protective brand on your forearm. Oh. Yeah, that's right. I'm protected, so back off. My humblest apologies. I never meant, I never thought to. Get the hell away from him, McGinty. At the sound of a man's deep baritone, the room instantly hushes. All attention turns towards him. The vampire's harassing you scurries away. He walks slowly towards you, flanking his two cruel-faced thugs. Are you the Baron, sir? I am. And what are you doing in my club? I was sent here. He studies you intently. Is that right? I suppose you're his type, cocky, idealistic human. He spits the last word at you in disgust, but you stare back at him in eyes, refusing to back down. Come here, then, you trollop. Did he just call me a trollop? Okay, we can get these hands, sir. I'm not afraid to fight you. Okay, Tubby? Okay? Looking like the freaking fat boy from, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Like, what's good? Bow my head as I approach. Pleased at your intriguing display. Yes. Look at that, fellas. The kitten knows her place. I always like that. Shut your fat self up. You step close to the Baron, close enough to hear him wheeze with every exhale, close enough to smell his sausage breath. Ugh, disgusting. Fat. He leans next to your ear. What do you have for me, you tot? You better make it good. Ooh, spit in his face. I want to spit in his face, but let me not. Let me not, because that'll cause drama. Hand him the summons. He grudgingly plucks the summons out of your hand, glancing at it casually. Summons? Before the council? Creating ferals? What a tendum. He throws the summons aside and gestures to his thugs. Grab her. They pick you up, one holding each of your arms. You struggle against them. I am under Adrian's protection. That means we can't hurt you. But there's no rule against locking you up for a little while. Just long enough to make Adrian worry. Say 6 months. I have a very special place for my favorite guests. If you do this, you're a dead man. Please don't hurt me. I don't know what to do, because if I threaten him, it doesn't seem like that's gonna work. So maybe, please don't hurt me. Please, I'm just the messenger. Adrian will make it up for you if you let me go. And what if I don't want anything from Adrian, sweetling? Besides, watching him squirm, that is. Please, I'm begging you, let me go. You should have thought of that before coming into my club, little girl. Now you'll pay the price. Tired of this, boys. Take her to Bloody Cells. Excuse me? Bloody Cells? Wait! The Baron's two goons drag you down a disorientingly long hallway. You kick and scream, but they are too strong for you to escape. Hey! Help! Someone! From the end of the hallway, you see a figure accelerating towards you quickly, smoothly. The guards notice the figure, pause for a split second, but before they can even open their mouths to oust who it is. Enough! What the One fluid gesture, the figure draws a katana from the sheath on his back and cuts through the air like a sharp horizontal line. Oh, so I'm gonna need a new accent for him. I need a smooth accent for this man. Okay. The first guard head pops off his neck with arterial spray and his body crumbles to ash. Yeah, if you haven't already realized, this story is not for kids. And I oop. Whoa. The second guard lurches toward him, slashing his chest with a claw. But the figure ducks low, slicing him upward, cleaving the guard's arm clean off. As the guard staggers back, the figure draws a wooden stake out of his jacket, twirls it in his hand, and drives it into the guard's chest. Die. Well, damn. Who are you, sir? And can I have your number? You kind of fine. Sorry. The guard explodes into a cloud of ash. You look up at the glowing red eyes of your rescuer. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I like that. What's going on? Who are you? Talk later. Now we have to get out of here. Now. I'll figure the voice out at some point. Oh, Jesus, I'm hot. Excuse me. He pulls you out the back door, down a side street, past the docks, through a series of alleys. Finally, you follow him through an unmarked door and slams it shut behind you, locking with several massive bolts. Your heart is racing. You collapse, panting. The vampire who saved you collapses into a chair. The glow from his eyes fade. The glow fades from his vampire eyes. His fangs recede. Oh my God. You can stop panicking now. We've lost them. Who are you? Hell of a way to say thanks. Sorry, thank you for getting me out of there. But who are you and where am I? My name's Jax Masuto. This is my safe house. I hope I pronounced that right. Before you can even ask more, a door at the end of the room swings open and two vampires walking in, eyeing you cautiously. A burly man covered in tattoos and a little girl. Is she a new friend? Can I play with my new friend? Bring home strays now, are we? Jax lets out a weary sigh. The Baron's men were dragging her off. I had to do something. Jade, meet Luna? Lula and Arnold. They're hiding out here too. Arnold shoots you a curdling scowl. Shoulda let the Baron boys have her. Shoulda chose to serve the clans. She ought to die by him. Serve the... You remember what Adrian told you earlier. The revelation hits you instantly. You're clanless vampires hiding from the council. Look at that, a quick learner. No wonder Adrian hired you. How do you know so much? Have you been following me? Jack shrugs. Why? Because he thought you could use you as a spy. Right. Arnold, could you take Lula to the other room? Whatever you say, boss. Arnold leads Luna away, leaving you alone with Jax. So, you've been following me. Jax, Thank you for saving me. You're welcome. If they'd taken you away, you would have never came back. Yeah, I got that feeling. Truly. Thanks. So am I your prisoner now? Please. Last thing I need Adrian doing is tearing up my city. Or this city, looking for you. My people are hunted enough as it is. He walks to the cabinet, opens it, and pours himself a drink out of a tall brown bottle. You're free to go anytime you want. Slip out the front door. You'll probably blend into a crowd. Just like that? Jack takes a swig. Just like that. You start towards the door, but you're thinking about that little girl. So, you guys, if you're clanless, doesn't that mean we'll become ferals? You nod. Jack cocks an eyebrow at you, as if taking you in for the first time. What do you care? Aren't you one of Adrian's lackeys? Look, I only learned about vampires 2 days ago. I barely know anything. But you all seem like good people. If you're in danger of turning into those monsters, then yeah, I do care. Jack stares at you for a minute, then pours a second drink and slides it your way. Without the brand of an elder vampire protecting us, a feral is pretty damn common. Some of us can't resist going through the sheer will. Not many, though. We found that we can delay it by feeding off humans. We were close to before the turning. Something about lingering emotional connection. But often, it was only a matter of time. That's terrible. Yeah, it's all terrible. No one here wanted to be turned into a vampire. Most of us wanted to go about living our lives. Instead, we have to hide in the shadows, watching out for our own kind, dreading one day of going feral. Couldn't the clans let you in? Give you all brands to protect you and all? Oh, they could. They could save all the people. In an instant, they choose not to. All because they care about their precious little empire. He smashes his fist down angrily and his glass explodes in his hand. He glances down at it in annoyance. The door opens at the end of the room and flies open. Arnold and Luna look in. Everything okay? We heard a break. Yeah, fine. Just got a little heated. Listen, Jade, you should probably go. Wouldn't want Adrian to come looking. You look around the other house. The vampires in the safe house, seeing them in a new light. This is your chance to meet some clanless vampires and get closer to Jax. Ooh. Well, don't mind if I do. You glance down around. Luna has settled down with some toys to play with, and Arnold is busy pouring himself a drink. I'll talk to Luna. She seems like a cute little girl. You and Jax walk over to Luna. Lula. Why do I keep calling her Luna? Her name is Lula. Lula. This is Jade. Jade, this is Lula. Are you having a tea party? My elephant Esteban loves green tea. Would you like some? Yes, please. You sit with her and have a tea party as you talk. Are your parents here? No, they aren't allowed. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. After my uncle bit me, I had to stay with Jax. We don't have a home and it's hard to find food to drink. Child vampires are tricky. They don't have enough self-control to feed on a human without draining them. Yikes. To keep her parents safe, we had to take her here with pre-exsanguinated blood. Before leaning in to whisper to you. Also because it would be too hard for her parents to wonder how long it might be. When you don't have a clan, you go bite, bite, bite. Ferals are sick, Lula. We're working hard to keep all of us, from getting sick. My mama said I wasn't her baby anymore. She said I'm a monster. I'm sorry. I have to get something to drink. Jax, will you please go fish with me later? For the first time, Jax smiles, ruffles Lula's hair. Of course. He hugs her, pours a cup of pretend tea for her elephant, then follows you after. You can see how tough it is being rejected from both the human and vampire world. Have you looked for help outside of the city? Trust me, in New York City, we have it good. Up here, the council at least kills us quickly. Some cities make that look like a blessing. God, that's horrible. It's life. Suddenly, Jack lurches to the side with a gasp, gritting his teeth. What's the matter? Nothing. He lifts up his shirt, and you see a long, bloody gash on his side. One of the Baron's guards got me. Before I got him, not that bad, though. Well, it's not good. Some of the other victims crowd around. You need to feed, Jax. That wound's not gonna heal itself. Yeah, well, I'm not meeting up with volunteers today feedings until later. We need a human now. All eyes turn to you. Why I gotta be the human feed bag? Like, what? You can feed on me. Why the freak not? I caused it. You're sure? It's not harmful, but it can be intense. You saved my life. I owe you that much. You sit down next to Jack. The other members turn away to give you privacy. His hands are gentle on your neck as he positions you carefully. Do you need me to do anything? You volunteering was enough. Let me take things from here. He brushes your hair away from your neck and uses the thumb to trace your jugular vein from underneath your chin down to your collarbone. Juicy. His fangs descend, his eyes glow red. Then, with a surprised speed, he sinks his teeth into your neck, his mouth warm, shocking, and intimate. Oh. It hurts, but it feels incredibly good. Well, Jesus, I'm getting hot. Are y'all? You tilt your head back, gasping, feeling like your whole body's on fire, but you don't want him to stop, ever. Oh, God, this is getting too hot. Might have to take off my jacket. Lord, I'm getting hot. You can feel his smooth, sharp fangs pulsing against your underskin like a heartbeat. Golly, is this getting hot or what? His hand grips your thigh. Waves of pleasure spread throughout your body. You have to bite your lip to hold it on in. Oh, no. You aren't even sure how much time has passed when he carefully detaches himself from your neck and sits up, exhaling. Now, that is so much better. Wow. Jax pricks his fingertip and presses his blood against your neck, sealing the wounds. Are you okay? Yes, more than okay. I mean, yes, I'm fine. He laughed. I told you, intense, right? That's fair description. He holds a napkin up to your neck. You feel relaxed, almost tipsy. Thank you. Thank you. Listen, we gotta get moving. Safe houses are only safe for so long. It was good to meet you, Jade. Thanks for keeping an open mind. I'm glad I got to spend time with you. All of you. He scrawls something on a scrap of paper and hands it to you. My number, in case you need it. Ooh, we got a hot voice number. Hey! Sorry. Hopefully I won't be in that barren situation with henchmen anytime soon. Hopefully not. But call if you need any kind of help at all. A word of advice, don't trust anyone from the council. But Adrian's been... They turn on everyone, sooner or later. Always. I'll keep that in mind. I do hope we meet again. Till then. He pushes the front door of the warehouse open and smiles as you leave. You wave goodbye to the clanless before quickly slipping out of the front door onto a busy nighttime street, blending in with the passerby. You hurry home. As you arrive in front of your apartment building, you see a familiar silhouette pacing the sidewalk outside. Adrian? Jade! I've been waiting for you. I didn't hear after you went with the Baron. Apparently you just disappeared? I didn't disappear. I disappeared because he tried to lock me up. Apparently your protective brand isn't goddamn protective. I have spies in the Baron's organization. They wouldn't have let anything bad happen to you. I saw his men dragging you off. They were planning on freeing you from the cells when you disappeared. How did you get away, by the way? Why the heck would I lie? Clanless. Yes. Do you know how risky that is? He wasn't feral. He was clanless. There's a difference, you know. I'm perfectly aware of that. And I didn't exactly have a choice. It was that or the Baron's dungeon. I understand. Adrian, I met with some of the people. They seem sad, desperate. Is there really nothing the council can do? It's a bad situation. I've been trying for years to petition them to change the policies, but stubborn minds are unwilling to listen. This is important. We have to help them. I know. Anything else? No, I was merely worried. I am relieved that you're all right. You're not lying to me about the spies. I wasn't in any real danger. I promise you. He turns away to leave. With a sigh, you take your keys and enter the building. You come through your apartment door, exhausted. To all the surprise, the lights are on and the video game is paused mid-game. Uh-oh. Hey, Lil. Glad you're up. I just had the wildest night. You put your bag down and freeze. You look at the pause controller and the controller tossed on the floor. Lily? You crane your head around the couch. Lily's prone form lies on the floor in a pool of her own blood. Her throat punctured by 2 bite marks. Oh, a vampire got her. Lily! Somebody got my friend. Somebody killed my friend. No, 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 no. Okay, sorry about that interruption, but now we'll go on to chapter 5. So apparently Lily got bit by a vampire. A life hangs in the balance. Can Adrian save it, and at what cost? Chapter 5, The Coffin. After Jax rescued you from the Baron, you return home to find Lily unconscious in a pool of her own blood, her throat punctured by 2 bite marks. Lily! You crouch down to her to check her pulse. She barely has one. Lily! Lily, can you hear me? The door flies open as Adrian busts in. Jade, I heard a scream. What happened? My roommate, Lily, someone attacked her. What? He examines the wounds. His anger flares in his eyes. We have to call 911. That won't help. What? Why? Did the Baron's man do this? It's possible. He could have sent someone here looking for you. They found Lily instead. Whoever did this, they'll pay. I'll see to it myself. Lily gurgles weakly, her hand twitching. I'm sorry, Jade. She's leaving us. No! Do something! Help her! You clutch at Adrian's suit. He refuses to meet your eye. I'm afraid it's too late. By the time the ambulance gets here, she'll be gone. You reach down, squeezing her hand, tears stinging your eyes. This isn't right. This can't happen. You know there's only one choice. Then, turn her. You can do that, right? Make her a vampire? Adrian turns away. I shouldn't. Why the hell not? It's against the pact. There are no openings in my clan, and she hasn't been approved by the council. Screw the council. She's my best friend. Jade, I know it's difficult, but I'm begging you, I'm ordering you. Let's go savage on him. Now! Jade, this is your fault, goddammit. You're the one who brought us into this world. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to be that savage. Dang, chill, chill. Hot tears cascade down your face. You owe me this. You owe me. Lily's breath rattles again, leaning over her, touching her cheek, fear streaming down your face. You can't let her die, Adrian. You can't. Adrian takes a deep breath, seeing the eternity in his eyes, centuries of pain and loss, the toll it's taken. All right. He kneels down. Understand, by doing this, I'm plunging us all into a world of danger. Save her, please. Adrian closes his eyes, breathing deeply, like he's gathering himself. His fangs descend and his eyes open. For you. Well, patience. First. Oh my God, it's working. Yes, it is. You sit in the back seat. Come on, people. Move, people. I don't understand. Why are we in such a hurry? The hour after a vampire turned is the single most important. It's the chance when she has a high chance of becoming feral. There is a ritual we can do to ward it off, but I need to get her to my office now. Adrian swerves. Oh, Lil. What are you thinking about? I met her. I'd been looking for an apartment for weeks with zero luck, till a friend of my cousin passed along Lily's info, saying she was looking for a roommate. So here's the deal. I like Hawaiian pizza, Mexican beer, Irish whiskey, Thai noodles, and Korean dramas. Competitive video games, 80s soundtracks, people who don't let toothpaste goop all over the counter. You down with that? Yeah. Then welcome to the apartment. Crack open a beer and grab the controller. Would you? There's like this co-op game I've been really dying to try. And that's how we became friends. Lit. You turn back to the present. Still unconscious, but the wounds on her neck are healing. Thin membranes form a seal to seal them shut. Are you sure she's going to be okay? She'll survive her injuries, but there's no guarantee she won't become feral. Can't you brand her or whatever? The thing the clanless don't? Brands are given a week after the turning vampire to keep a vampire safe. The hardest part is surviving her first night. Adrian screeches to halt, taking Lily in his arms, and the two of you rush to the lobby. Out of sight, Nicole bursts into the conference room, comes running over. Adrian? Jade? What the hell is going on? Nicole, this is not the time. Help us get her down to the chamber. She looks at Lily's limp form, Adrian's arm, darkening expression as she realizes what's happening. Are you out of your mind? Aren't we going to discuss this? Not now. If you can't help us, move aside. Fine. I don't understand. I'll explain later. But if you want to help Lily, there's no time to waste. You carry Lily into the elevator and ride down to the archives. The clerk rushes forward to greet you. Mr. Raines, sir, whatever can I do to help with? We need this girl in the turning chamber now. Ah, yes, of course. He rushes over, revealing a staircase to a hidden room. Ooh, you descend together. The room is empty except for a thing in the middle. What is that? A coffin? Seriously? Adrian lays Lily down in the sarcophagus. We don't sleep in them. This is where the misconception comes from. No one knows why, but placing newly turned vampires completely dark and closed for at least 6 hours reduces the chance of them becoming feral. Reduces to what percent? Jade, none of this is precise. I'm doing everything I can for her, but at the end, it's out of our hands. I actually know another thing that might help. You do? Yeah, something about blood from someone they had a connection with while they were human. And where did you hear that? The one who rescued you from the Baron's men. It doesn't matter. This is Lily's life. He told me it helps. Look, the blood of a loved one is one thing. It's an old superstition, nothing more. There's no scientific basis to it. It can't hurt to try, though, right? She's not even in a state to feed just yet. No, but what if we leave some blood inside there with her? When she wakes up, she'll have to drink it right away. And where are we going to get the blood from someone she knew? You stare at him unblinking. Me, dummy, me. Are you sure? So sure. Adrian nods. The clerk fetches a Medici-era goblet. Adrian takes your wrist, raising your hand to his lips. Gently draws his vein, tearing it open the tiniest bit. He doesn't drink the blood, instead letting it drip slowly into a goblet, a quarter of a cup. That's enough. We don't want you to lose too much. He places the goblet in the sarcophagus next to Lily and pushes the lid shut. That stings. Here. He slits open his own fingertip, pressing it against you. You can instantly feel the tingle that draws out the pain. Come back in 6 hours. There ought to be a few more rituals I ought to perform. Ones that are not privy to the mortal eye. Oh, right. Sure. You head back up. You wait here. You wait for Adrian to finish his mysterious task. While you wait, you notice something in one of the archive shelves. A scrap of paper, a fragment of a painting. Huh? As you look at it, you feel a strange sensation like you're being drawn to it. Images flash in your mind. Camilla? In a beautiful dress. A man in elegant features. A vicious smile. A boy with his face slick with blood. Another portrait fragment. Grab it to see a vision of secret history with vampires. Collect them all to have a special end scene. Ooh. I want it. feel a rush of as your fingers touch it, a powerful surge running through you. You feel yourself being pulled out of your body, hurled backwards through time. Oh shoot, where are we going? Are we time traveling? In a ballroom of a grand castle a long time ago, hundreds of years in the past. A teetering mountain of tables, cabinets, chairs have been piled against the grand castle doors. Hulking man in heavy armor shoves another cushioned chair and a makeshift barricade. The entire pile wobbles dangerously. That'll hold them off for now. For the moment. Distant shouts and shrill screams outside the seep of the stone walls. And here come the vermin. A door swings open. A woman sweeps in. Camilla, the one you met during the board meeting, but looking quite different. The barricades are secure, Banner. Secure enough. The steps, pattering footsteps. Inside them, a small child, eyes glowing, comes tearing down the stairs toward Banner and Camilla. Doom, despair, destruction, we're all lost. You just figured it out? Marcel's the brightest ever, never been the brightest. Perhaps you two haven't noticed, but there are at least 24 peasantry outside our gates. So they're out for blood. Banner balls up his fist and slams it into the wall, shattering the stone. This is all your fault, boy. You threw those soirees like you're French royalty. I am French royalty. The villagers must have sensed something was amiss. Do not place the blame at my feet if you had not killed those peasant girls. Funny, I don't recall you complaining when I brought you on. This is absurd. You both are at fault. Wonderful. Camilla enters the fray. Fair lady, perhaps if you hadn't disemboweled their beloved duke, we would not be in this dire situation. Their beloved duke had to be taught a lesson. Oh, Camilla's a savage. Rarely do I find myself agreeing with young Marcel. But perhaps we should sacrifice Camilla to the angry hordes. Oh, I would love to see you try. She grins, baring her fangs as it takes a step closer to Banner. Make your move, cub. Banner lets out a slow growl. As he steps back, reaching for his blade, Marcel bounds him foot to foot, clapping, when a stern voice comes from the staircase. That is enough. Gaseous spins from the top staircase, his moves crisp and elegant. Oh, this is the dude that turned Adrian into a vampire, I think. Sir. Gaseous. A rousing cry from the outside cuts through the castle. Thuds begin to ring down the main doors. The barricade shudders. The villagers, they're here. This is all Banner and Camilla's fault, but these two insist on blaming me. It's not fair. It is not you, Marcel. Your soirees are a delight. You like them? In truth, none of us are to blame. This is merely the natural course of our lives, our fate, if you will. It is our fate to be chased out of our homes like vermin every few decades. Gaseous turns to Camilla, letting out his hand trail up the column of her chin to tilt her chin up as she shivers at his touch. Remember, Damasius, my queen? May we all be eternal, but the path has set out for us. My Banner, my faithful soldier, do not despair. Gaseous traces a finger along Banner's jawline. Banner swallows convulsively, his gaze drawn at Gaseous. I am not. There's no need to assign blame, because in truth, this was always the only outcome we'd ever have here. Gaseous gestures at the castle doors as they strain and buckle. This was always going to happen. So let us not run or hide, friends. Let us embrace our destiny. Let us show them our power. Yes, let's. Camilla flickers out a pair of elegant daggers, drawing them Drawing his sword, Banner shifts his face while shaking the doors, while Marcel giddily draws a butcher's knife. Any moment now. The doors shatter. You see faces of villagers through the cracks. There they are! Get them! There are too many of them. What are we to do? We are predators, they are prey. With a crash, the final remnants of the barricade fall apart. The villagers rush in screaming. We feast. Oh, shit. Gaseous moves, streaking across the room, impossibly fast, leaping on a villager. The man screams as Gaseous sinks his teeth to his throat, tearing out bloody spray. Lord, protect us. Kill the demons, behead them. Good idea. One swing, Banner lops off the man's head and drives another sword into another. Ugh. No! No! Get away! Come now, what are you afraid of? I can assure you your death will be quick. Camilla strikes skillfully, leaping from one villager to another, rivulets of blood streaking through the air as her daggers arc through them. Villagers fall behind her one by one, leaving a trail of bleeding bodies. Look, the child! He was the one who killed William! He was annoying me, and you are too. Snarling, Marcel tackles the villager to the floor, wrenching off the helmet. The man screams as Marcel sinks his teeth into his soft flesh on his face. Ha ha ha! Yes! Yes! One of the last men standing, a knight crossbows, levels it at Gaseous. That's their leader. Take him! He fires. The bolt streaks towards Gaseous' back, effortlessly spins around, catching it midair. So much spirit. Commendable. But foolish. He hurls the arrow, vanishing through the villager's eye. The knight stands there, fumbling to reload. Gaseous passes towards him. Don't! Come any closer, demon. Too late for that. With a brutal efficiency, he smashes his hand clear through the knight's chest. The knight lets out a wet gurgle. Now then, let's end this charade. Holding the man's heart, he licks it, the blood dripping down the wrist as the villagers back away in horror. This is the part where you run. Retreat! Retreat, everyone! Remaining villagers scatter, fleeing out the castle doors. Their hysterical, terrified cries echo. We won! Bah, the cowards. I was just starting to have fun. Camilla tightens her grip on her bloodstained daggers. Her expression remains calm. This is not over. They'll return with more. The king will send an army. Good. Let them come. We'll kill them too. I'd love a good feast. Actually, I had another idea. You what? We could keep up the cycle, settle somewhere, gorge the revel, then flee once the sheep grow wise. But in truth, I tire of it. I tire of running and hiding. I tire of becoming predator at night and prey by day. I propose we break the seal of our destiny. I propose we tear apart the loom of fate. I propose we go. Go where? A place where we can carve a new kingdom. A place where we can rule as gods we are, not shulk in the shadow like rats. A place where we can build a society meant for us, flourish and feed without fear. A paradise across the sea. A surviving villager lets out a little moan. Kneeling, Gaseous caresses his face. With one swift motion, he breaks his neck. Well, damn. To the new world. With a flash of white, you're winched out of the vision. Huh. What just... It's already fading, a shadow of a dream. The tile slides open. Adrian emerges. It's done. If we're lucky, she'll be a newly reborn vampire. And if we're unlucky, we'll deal with that as it comes. You and Adrian get back into the elevator and push the button for Adrian's office. He gazes at the wall, his expression hard, worried. Don't. It was the right thing to do. I know, but still, turning someone is a pretty big deal. Yes, we'll soon see how big. You probably have to deal with the council, huh? Oh yes, turning her when I have no openings in my clan is a major breach of pact. I have to plead for an exception, grant her my next open slot, in essence. But can we do that? They may not approve it, and if they do, well, I'll have a very difficult conversation with Nicole. Nicole? Yes, she wants to become a vampire. She was hoping that I'll use my petition on her. Oh, so that's why she was ticked. She wanted to be... Ooh, we just stole her spot. And why haven't you? Nicole is a loyal employee and a friend. I'm not convinced she has the restraint necessary for my clan. Oh, I see. Adrian sighs, pulls out his phone. Are you calling her? Isn't she going to be upstairs? No, I'm calling someone else for advice. Camilla Sahid. The CEO of the financial company? Why her? Camilla is probably my closest friend. Her counsel is always welcome. You return to Adrian's office, waiting nervously at your desk. 10 minutes later, an elevator dings open and Camilla storms in. Hi, Not now, mortal. She sweeps by you and rushes into Adrian's office. You can hear the sounds of a heated conversation. A few minutes, their voices rise to a new pitch, ringing clearly throughout the empty lobby. Have you lost all sense, Adrian? I am the reason she's in this mess first place, Camilla. I owe her this much. Who cares about some new mailing mortal? You're standing on the council, already on thin ice, and now you're turning humans without approval? What was I going to do, let her die? Adrian comes storming out of the office, Camilla on his heels. You realizing you've been leaning toward the door, sit up straight as you see them. I called you for counsel, not criticism. Oh, my counsel is criticism. You're making a huge mistake. Speak up for Adrian or offer my help. Camilla, actually, I was the one who asked Adrian to save Lily. Jade, don't, please. Letting humans manipulate your emotions, Adrian? Are you ever going to grow up? She didn't manipulate me, Camilla. It was the right thing to do. But was it, Adrian? Look, there's nothing else I can say right now. I need some fresh air. A chill runs down your spine. You can feel your hair stand on end. Can I? She crosses you in what this is a single step, and staring up her face, furious face. Listen to me, mortal, and listen well. Adrian has a soft spot that can get him into trouble, so don't think for a moment I don't know you're to blame for this. The stakes are high here, and higher than you can even comprehend. And Adrian did tonight, that's potential to get you both killed. She leans in close. Now, I care very little about what happens to you, but if any harm comes to him as a result of this... Her beautiful face twists into an ugly snarl, one pointed tooth showing beneath her lips. I will kill you myself. Well, sheesh. Takes a deep meditative breath, closing her eyes. She opens them again. She's composed herself again. Right then, would you fetch me a bit of coffee, please? Did this heifer just go from snarling at me to evil? You just threatened to kill me. You know what? Let me just go get her coffee so she don't kill me. Black. Fixie. Relax, girl. I won't bite you. Yet. Good joke. There's an uncomfortable pause as she sips her coffee, watching you. I know I've only worked with Adrian for a short time, but I do care about him and would never want to see him hurt. I'm sorry for what he did for Lily. For me, puts him in danger. She lets out a weary sigh. I suppose I should have been used to it by now. Adrian had always had a kind heart, and it's part of what makes him Adrian, what part I loved about him. In a way, it was almost impressive, given what we are, given what we do, to still care as much as he does. She shakes her head. I know one day it'll get him killed. One of the few lights left in the world will be snuffed out. Snuff out the light. If you guys have never seen Emperor's New Groove, then you would know that that's Yzma's song. Snuff out the light. I'm just kidding. Let me stop. Another silence settles over between you two. You clear your throat. Have you known Adrian a long time? Yeah, let's ask that. I met him not too long ago after he was turned 234 years ago. That's very specific. Those memorable years, lawless times, the country's burned with war, the fields slick with blood. Oh, she seems like the type that loves war. Right, the good old days. I have known many vampires, but there were few I like as much as Adrian. He mentioned that you were close friends. Yes, I suppose. In truth, he reminds me a bit quite of my favorite brother. Oh, does he live in New York too? Lived. He lived in Egypt, around 35 BC by your calendar. Oh, I'm sorry. No need to be sorry. Believe me, I've had time to mourn. Wait, does that mean you're, you know... Relax. The whole thing about not asking a woman her age doesn't apply after the 4th century. Yes, I'm over 2,000 years old. You look amazing for your age. Excuse me? That was a joke. Ah. Oh, well, she didn't like that comment. But, also true, you're, like, stunningly beautiful. Comes, stares at you, head cocked to one side, and then smirks. I suppose I am. So Egypt, 2,000 years ago, was that Cleopatra times? Cleopatra sat on the throne during my lifetime, yes. She was actually a cousin of mine. No way. I served as her non-mark, a governor of sorts, a rare title for women, but I earned it. Huh, would I have heard about you in history class? Absolutely not. What mortals know of history? Mostly lies and hearsay, with a few grains of truth mixed in. My twin brother Lemesius, Lemesius was my advisor. He, like Adrian, was idealistic, kind-hearted, driven by a sense of justice. When Octavian's forces marched into the capital, he wanted to stand and fight. For a moment, she's lost in thought. She stands up and clears her throat and adjusts her collar. Right then, enough chit-chat. I have some business I must attend, but I'll return before dawn to see what has become of your friend, and to offer Adrian any aid he needs. You fight back a smile. Take care, Jade. It was tolerable meeting you. She turns and leaves. I'm glad to see she's warming up to me, but what do I do now? You look toward the elevator, a number indicating that it's stopped at the top floor. You hunt for your desk and find an old elevator key card. I could go to the roof and join Adrian. This is a chance for you to be there for Adrian, to take your relationship to the next level. Hold on. I mean, I still like Jax though. 30. Ooh, I'm gonna wait. You start to feel sleepy. I'm just gonna rest my eyes. You woke up suddenly to a hand on your shoulder. It's Adrian. Some time has gone by. Come, it's almost dawn. It's time to check on Lily. You and Adrian head below down to the archives. Camilla already there waiting for you. Adrian walks over, closed the sarcophagus. He runs his hand along the surface. Jade, are you prepared for this? Honestly, I don't know how I could be prepared, but I'll do my best. If she's become feral. I know. Adrian and Camilla each pick up a ceremonial stake, wooden with elaborate carves, eerie figures. They are exquisitely sharp. I don't know if I can watch this either, but I can't leave. Suddenly, the stone door opens. Overhead slides open. Nicole climbs down. What is she doing here? Were you seriously going to do this without me? We're doing it, whether you like it, whether you're in the room or not. The VP of Operations, Adrian, you're the right hand, and we're going to flagrantly violate the pact. Well, I should be a part of that. I will never understand mortals. Of course, Nicole, you're as much as part of this as anyone. Can we just get this done? Camilla and I are ready. Who's going to open the lid? I should. Are you sure? Yes, I need to be the first one to see her. And possibly the last. Okay, here we go. You all take positions around the sarcophagus. Adrian and Camilla grip the stakes, Nicole just behind them. You step close, the sarcophagus, and place your hands on the cold stone lid, everyone bracing themselves. Go. You push hard, the lid slowly slides aside. Lily? She lies inside, still and quiet, the wounds on her neck healed. Then her eyes open. She's a vampire. All right. Alrighty guys, so that is going to be the end of this one. So far we found out that Nicole was supposed to be the next person to take Adrian to become a vampire and become a part of Adrian's pact, but he decided he didn't really want her. So Lily is going to take his place, and Nicole has no idea. So that's going to be interesting when she finds that out. Also, another fun, interesting fact. Camilla is a savage and loves blood. She loves to fight. So we might want to be wary of her. And maybe her and Adrian had a past relationship. And something happened to her brother. But she won't talk about it. Interesting. Lily's a vampire now, but we don't know exactly how much she's changed. Oh, I hope Lily's gonna be okay, and I hope she doesn't try to kill me. Alright then. If you guys like that and you want to see more Bloodbound as soon as possible, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Make sure you hit the bell, hit all notifications so that you can see when I post, and I will be back with some more spooky, scary videos and all of that jazz tomorrow. I won't be making any videos on Halloween, so I'm gonna probably make some videos and then have them scheduled for Halloween. But today I'm gonna do my Halloween themed costume party on Minecraft. So if you want to join that, make sure you join Jade Beauty Queen, look out for my name, and join us so we can all have fun together. All right, I'll see you guys in my next video.